Hello and welcome. Today we are gonna talk about a puzzle, or I should say a riddle, that was given to me when I was like I think 16 or 17, and it's really very similar to the one in the Die Hard movie with Bruce Willis. If you guys remember the riddle when he had two jugs of water and he had to like disarm the bomb by weighing a certain amount of water in one jug and put it on a device or something like that. So this is very similar. It's a little bit harder because instead of two jugs you have three jugs. So basically the riddle goes and before I forget, make sure you subscribe and hit the like button. Alrighty, let's get back to the video. You have three jugs of water. See if I can draw this good. I'll do my best here. Right, so this is a jug of water. You have one more right here. As I said, you have a total of three. And each one of those weigh differently. The first one, it can take up to 3 gallons of water. The second one can take up to 7 gallons of water. And then the last one, or the third one, can take up to 10 gallons of water. What we're trying to do here is have 5 gallons of water here and 5 gallons of water here, given that I have this jug full of water and those two are empty. So again, I have those first two jugs are empty and this one is full with 10 gallons of water. What I'm trying to do is to have 5 gallons here and 5 gallons there. To note that you don't have anything really to measure with. All you have is just those three jugs. So intuitively, the first thing I did or thought of doing, I'm gonna empty this one. So you pour 3 into here. So and I'm not gonna throw the whole jug because it's gonna take a while. So we're just gonna write the numbers. So I'm gonna pour 3 gallons of water in this jug, and then pour 7 in here. I'm gonna leave this one empty. And then what I'll do is, and then you start getting confused. What would be the next step? You really have only 2 options. Either you pour the 3 here, or you would pour the 7 here. And then you would end up with like 7, none, and then 3. And in the beginning, I'm gonna like think with you guys, and then I'll show you how you solve it. So you would do let's say 3, none, 7, and then I would pour let's pour the 3 here, so I'd have 3, 7, none. Let's pour the 7 here, so I have 3, 3, 4. Looks like we're getting somewhere. And then I can pour the 4 here. I'll end up with this again, the first step that I was at. Can't pour the 3 here. I can pour the 3 here. I have dash 6 and 4. Not sure where that take us. Or I should pour the 3 here. That would take us back here. So the only logical step, which I think we're getting really to the solution. A lot of people struggle here because it gets you a little confused. So as I said, if you pour the 4 back here, you can't pour it here because this is full. If you pour the 4 back here, it takes you back to the first step you did. If you put that 3 back here, it takes you back to the second step that you did. So the only logic is to pour the 3 here because you don't have that done before. So you do dash, you would have 6 here, and then you're left with the 4. And then what would be next? Well, if you think about it, you can pour the 6 here, you go back to where you started. So that doesn't work. The other thing you can do is you can pour the 4 here, and they'll leave you with 1, 6, and 3. Pour the 4 here. That'll leave you with 7 and 3. So I can either, as I said, let's draw it right here. I can so I have one of two ways. Right, so I can either do pour the 4 into this, so I would have dash 7 3 and then what? I can pour, if I pour the 3 here, go back to the first step. I can put the 7 here, I'm gonna go nowhere. Just gonna put the 7 here. So if I put the 7 here, that gives us 3 4 3. We didn't have that configuration before. And then yeah, we're solving it. And then you would do, you got two options. You can pour the 4 here, that takes you back to the second step, or you can pour the 3 here, takes you back to the first step, or you can pour the 3 here, and that would take you 6 4 dash. And then yeah, see, if I think we're getting close. What you can do is I'm just gonna solve it. You pour the 4 into this, you would end up with 3 2 6, and then you can't pour anything into this, so you can do 3 here. Ooh, what did I do wrong? How did I end up with this? I'm sorry, this is wrong. This is all wrong. This is all wrong. Alright, so B3, you put 6, you got 6 and 4. So you put the 4 here, you would end up with 1, 3, and 6. That makes a lot more sense. I don't know how I poured the 3 here into this, and then I ended up with 1 left. But anyway. And then let's move on and try to solve here. So, and then what I'll do is, you have two options. You can put the 6 here to end up with 7 3, which is step 1. You can put the 3 here, which you're gonna end up with dash 1 and 9. And then what? I'll tell you, I'm just gonna solve it. You pour the 3 1 here, so you put 1 and dash, because you can only put the 1 here, or you put it here, end up where you started. You put the 3 here, you just did that step. You go back to this one. So you really, the only you can put the 9 into this, you end up with, you're gonna put 6, you're gonna end up with 7 and 3, which is here. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So, but what you want to do is you pour the 1 into this, you end up with 1 dash 9. And then you would pour the 9 into the 7. I'm going into circles here. So you end up with 7 2 and 1, and that's it. You pour the 7 into this, you have 3 5 2. You pour the 3 into this, you have 5 and 5, and that's how you solve it. So this is a one way. We didn't really finish this side yet, but this is a way for you to solve it. The second method is going from here. So what we did here was that we poured, what did we do here again? From 4 to 6, how did it end up with 3 and 7? Oh, I poured the 4 here. That's right. So I poured the 4 into this. So I have 7 and 3. So now what I'm gonna do is, and instead of pouring the 4 here, I'm gonna pour the 4 into this. So you end up with 3 6, then 1, right? And then after that, you would do what? So we said one solution was you can add the 4. Well, we're thinking together here, but I know there is another way to solve it. In this one we poured the 4 into the 7, so ended up with 7 and 3. Okay. What I did here is I poured the 4 into the 3, so I have 3, 6, and 1. Now what I can do is I can either, this is not going too far, because if I put the 1 here, I end up with 3 and 7, step 1. I can't put it here. If I put the 3 here, I end up with 9 and 1. Okay, we're getting somewhere, which is similar to this one. So I can end up with 9 and 1, because if I add it here, I'm going back to the 6. So 9 and 1. And now what I'll do, I pour the 1 here. Okay. 9 and 1. And I have a 9 here, and then dash, and then you pour the 9 here. So basically you will go back to this step. So either way, so this is sort of saved us. No, this would have saved us a lot of steps. Because look, so from here you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before you get to this step, right? While here you went 1, 2, 3. So this is the quickest way, but both of them is the same thing. So add again, you would add, as I said here, you put the 3 into the 6, you got 9 and 1, and then you move the 1 into this side to the 3 gallons, and then you have 1 and this is wrong. This only takes 7. How did I pour 9 in here? What am I thinking? What is this? This is wrong. Maybe it's just that way. I'm pretty sure there should be. I know there's another way. Okay, let's think of this through. Okay, let's start from the beginning. So this is all wrong. 3, 6, and 1. Oh, goodness. Let's go right here. So what I'll do is I'm gonna go back again to 3, 6, and 1, and then as I said, I put the 3 into this side, end up with 7, 2, and 1. Yes, I'm getting there. And then put the 7 here. I'll end up with 8 dash and 2. Pour the 2 here, so end up with 2, 8, and dash. I knew there was another way. Anyway, okay, I'm getting excited. And then 8, you pour it here, so you end up with 3, 2, and 5. Thank you so much. Put this here, end up with 5 and 5. Let's just put a line here so you can. Ta-da! I knew there was another way to do it. So those are the 2 ways to do it. So as I said, this is the very similar riddle or puzzle that it was given in the movie Die Hard. I think it was Die Hard 2, something like that. But they only had 2 jugs. I don't remember exactly what was the measurements, but it was a much shorter solution and easier than this one. So again, this is how you do it. I don't know what should I call this puzzle, or what is it called. We'll call it the water jug puzzle. Water puzzle. This is what I'm calling it. Alright. And as I said, this was given to me, I think, when I was in high school, so probably like junior high or something like that. I was like maybe, I don't know, 15. 16. No, I wasn't 16. I was 14, 15. And it really took me 15 minutes. So pretty much the same amount of time that it took me right now. But I'm gonna say, at the time I got a chance to like ask the guy who gave me, was actually not a guy, it was my teacher who gave it to me, and he's like, hey, can you solve this? And we did it really like in 10 minutes, maybe 15. I had a friend of mine who was helping me out, but you know, not to sound arrogant, but pretty much it was me who solved it. But I'm not trying to be arrogant, but I'm just being proud of myself. All right, and this is it, and this is puzzle number 1. And thanks for watching. See you next time with a new puzzle.